Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony. Welcome to another edition of Being a Sports Talk. And take a look at it. I think it's episode 491. So meaning in 2 weeks from now, we're going to meet episode 500. What are we going to do? We're going to shotgun a beer and celebrate? I don't know. But I've done 500 episodes with not showing my face. Or 490 episodes not showing my face. Maybe it's time to do it. I don't know. But we'll see. And I also started a new job. It's a bunch of new beginnings. But today, I want to do a video that I did last year. Actually, it's different because now it's this year. But I think you guys understand. That didn't need to be said. But the Giants in 2011, that was the last time I won the Super Bowl. That was 10 years ago. What would it take for the Giants to be Super Bowl champions this year? Now, let's take a look at that 2011 team. When I was originally coming up with the concept of this video, I was like, oh man, we were very similar. But really, it's not at all. I thought we had similar rosters. I remember I was having a pretty good secondary back then, average offensive line, a good running back. No, our rushing attack was 32nd in the league. But the weapons were great. Manningham, Nix, Cruz. And I think this year our weapons are better. Golladay, Tony, Shep, Slayton. It's pretty deep. Now, the top end is probably not that top end. I think KT is going to have an up and down year. But, overall, I think our weapons are better. And then you take a look at the tight ends. We have Kyle Rudolph and Evan Ingram this year. They had, I think, Bear Pasco or something like that. That was like the elite yards getter. But, Eli Manning was really, really good, and he was able to make his weapons better than what they actually were. Now, I think the offense is not going to be as good. I think we were ranked like the top 10 offense or something like that at that point. And our defense was like 27th. I just threw out a number. I don't know. But, it was bad. And then in the playoffs, we got hot. The key thing is getting hot. That goes on with being said. You have to play the right teams. Even if you don't play the right teams, you play Green Bay. Hot hand sometimes just wins it all. But, so we had pretty bad weapons. I think our offensive weapons are better. Daniel Jones needs to throw at least 30 touchdowns. Now, Eli Manning that year, he threw 29 touchdowns. I think 16 interceptions. 16 is pretty high. But that means like more explosive plays, more risk taking. I'm fine with that. Daniel Jones goes 30 for 16 and, we win the division. That's going to be all right. But we have to win the division too. I don't want this wild card shit. Like, you have a home playoff game. I know we don't have the best home field advantage, but we need to be playing at home. Let's just say that. I don't want to be on the road playing against the Rams and the Packers and Washington. I don't want that. In the end, if you're going to have to go to the Super Bowl, you're going to need to have a good team. So it's like the easiest path sometimes not the way to go. The Bucs just won. They had to go through the Nets, the Hawks, the Heat. Actually, no, it's not that bad. But, the champions are champions no matter what. So let's talk about the run game. Back then we had Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs, Danny Ware. That was a three-headed monster. But they all averaged under 4 yards per carry. Saquon is 4.5 in his sleep, and now we got to hope that he's healthy. So another key thing is Saquon Barkley being healthy to help out this offense. We saw our offense really deteriorate. Now, we weren't good against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh were the top defense. And let me tell you, COVID has nothing to do with, defensive strats. And plus, they had everyone returning. You had a TJ Watt coming back. It's like, okay, we were just doomed to fail that game, even though we did kind of challenge them a little bit. We just couldn't get a running game going. So, yeah, we have a pretty good running game. We know about Devontae Booker and all, the backups. We've talked about those in the past. And then you have to have your yard getters be productive, stay healthy. That's another key thing. The top teams stay healthy. They get injuries, but take a look at the Tampa Bay roster. All of a sudden, they lose a left guard, and their season almost fell apart. So injuries are pretty fickle over there. And Jake Ballard was the top tight end there. I'm just looking at it now. Bear Pasco is number 2 with 136 yards. But, Victor Cruz had 1,500 yards that year. Jesus Christ. So you need I think you need a big year from one of these receivers. And that could be Golladay, man. That could be Golladay. So you're going to have now, this is going to be a more defensive-heavy team. But we've seen in the past, the top teams that have made it are all offense. Bills, Packers, and then Bucks, Chiefs. They're all top, even 5 offenses, you could say, last year. So I think the offense is going to need to overperform. Now, we don't need to be top 5 because our defense is so good. But it wouldn't help us to be, 11th, 12th in the league. And as far as that defense, we were ranked 29th in 2011 as far as run defense. And then, run defense was 19th. And our pass defense was 29th. This year, we have a top 5 run defense and a top 5 pass defense. So that's really going to make up for the offensive deficiencies. Get a lot of turnovers, be able to play that possession control game. So everything has to basically go right for us. Adoree Jackson, I would say the key cog on the offense staying healthy besides Daniel Jones is Saquon Barkley. I think we can deal without Kenny Golladay, but it would hurt. But, you feel like you have a decent amount of weapons. But on that defense, you can't lose. I don't think you can afford to lose either a Leonard Williams or an Adoree Jackson. That kind of messes things up because our pass rush isn't good. But Patrick Graham will find out a way. That's why good coaches win Super Bowls. So good coaching is going to be key for us. You have to stay healthy on that defense. Now, we're going to do a bunch of different things from last year. So it's not like teams are going to be like, oh, yeah, I know what the Giants are going to run. Because it can be completely different. That's what I like about Patrick Graham. Week to week, you don't know. And we have smart players. You have Logan Ryan, who's able to explain to Darnay Holmes, hey, listen, this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're supposed to do. Even though we do have some young players like Aaron Robinson. This is where you're supposed to do. This is where you're supposed to be. That's pretty much what it would take for the Giants to win the Super Bowl. Now, we're 6 minutes into the video. I can end it here. But we'll keep on discussing this. Because what are the chances? I'm taking a look at the division. We're 3.5 to 1 underdogs to win the division. Meaning you bet $3.50, or you bet $1 to get $3.50. That's it. Bet 100 to get $3.50. And I feel like a lot of people are disrespecting us. I think it's a higher than that chance. And all of a sudden, you win your division. You start playing a wild card team, and the path is just that little bit easier. Now, I also want to make this comparison: Ojulari and Mathias Kiwanuka. That's the one I almost forgot about. That hand slap, they have that good pass rush move. I know Mathias is a little bit, he had that more of a bull rush. Aziz doesn't really have that. But I'm taking a look at that. And then Justin Tuck is BJ Hill. I know BJ is a little bit bigger. We were just stockier up front. They were more athletic up front, I think you can kind of say. We still had those big guys up front. But, yeah, Dave Gettleman knows what he's doing. But Dexter Lawrence, you have those guys that we're going to look back, OCs, the guys that are going to get those key sacks. Now, Dexter Lawrence needs to take a big step up. That's a pretty key factor. He needs to be a Pro Bowler, a Pro Bowl-esque player. Now, there's a lot of competition. You have Aaron Donald, who hopefully stays healthy. Actually, I don't know. I would say hopefully stays healthy, but we play them, so I don't know. But, you wish injuries. But so you have Mathias Kiwanuka. You didn't really even have an true inside linebacker on that team, and we have one this year that's going to be able to dictate and control the run game. So overall, we have a better defense than 2011. Now, think about 2011. We were 9-7. We weren't 13-3. We weren't the 2008 Giants. We weren't the 2020 Bucks or whatever a good team analogy you want to make. But so it's going to be a learning process. I give us Vegas right now I think it's like 60 to 1 or 40 to 1 for us. There's a trend. Okay, I want you to listen. Since 2016, every single team in the NFC that's made the Super Bowl, with excluding the Rams in 2019 or 2018, whatever year you want to start with, was a 40 to 1 underdog at Vegas Open. Okay, the Giants are opened up less than a 40 to 1 odds. So, you can say Washington kind of feels like the Giants did with a good defense in 2007. But 2011 was completely different. There are a bunch of ways to skin the cat. There's a bunch of ways to win the Super Bowl. I think the Giants have the roster to win the Super Bowl. That's my case. That's my case for the Giants to win the Super Bowl. Daniel Jones having an electric year, having a guy like Victor Cruz, Kenny Golladay breaking out with a bunch of yards. Some luck plays into it. Turn the ball over, with the other teams, get more possessions for that offense, get them more reps, and hopefully this offensive line improves. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier in the video, Will Beatty, second year, UConn. Matt Parrott, second year, UConn. Offensive lines matching up. They had an aging one. We have a youthful one that had a lot of continuity. We have one that's getting continuity. And all it takes is towards the end of the year, something clicks. Good coaching, again, offensive line, Patrick Graham as well, everyone. And things click. And, that's why we're going to win the Super Bowl. And we're going to hoist the trophy. Where is it? Is it Las Vegas this year? Or is it Rams? It's one of those. It's one of the newer stadiums. That would be pretty sick. We haven't won there before, winning a new stadium. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think. What percent odds would you give the Giants? What do you think are some key factors this year? And as we begin training camp, we're talking about Super Bowls already. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.